We've never been this close to the biggest Squadbusters update ever, and I've got an idea. Let's talk about the best and worst aspects of the game right now. Since Squad might change drastically, it'll be interesting to see if these things are addressed so we can compare in the future. But first, let's find out what they are, starting with the best ones. The first positive point is about currencies. In Squadbusters, you have style tickets for everything related to cosmetics, skins, emotes, and hopefully more in the future. Hammers are used for Plaza-related upgrades, and coins are for almost everything else. I don't really consider gems a currency since they mainly determine your rank in battles and how many you need to progress through the pass. So in reality, the game only has 3 main currencies. Compare that to Clash Royale, which has gold, gems, star points, magic items, evolution shards, elite wildcards, and until recently, season and banner tokens. Squadbusters keeps things simple, making it much easier to understand. Plus, coins and style tickets are super easy to earn. We'll talk more about style tickets later, but overall, the game has done a great job of keeping things straightforward. Speaking of currencies, another big strength of Squadbusters is that all types of players can enjoy the game. If you want to buy a few things from the shop to speed up your progress, you can. If you prefer to play completely free to play, that's also possible thanks to the generous amount of free rewards Supercell offers. Aside from Moko, which is entirely cosmetic-based monetization, Squadbusters is, in my opinion, the most free-to-play friendly game Supercell has ever made. I think many Supercell fans don't realize this yet, but hopefully they will someday. Squadbusters also features characters from more Supercell games, which is one of its biggest strengths. If they manage to deliver great updates and bring back more players, having familiar faces in the game will be a huge advantage. However, I think they're not fully utilizing this potential. They should consider introducing some kind of families or even synergies between characters from the same game to make it even more interesting. I won't go into more detail on that point, but I think they have plenty of ways to do cool things with the characters. Talking about what might come in the future brings us to the next point. The possibility Squadbusters has. There are so many things that could be added. Tournaments, challenges, new characters, new worlds, tons of collabs, clans, new game modes, a streak system, and probably much more that I'm not even thinking of right now. So you get the idea, the game is already good, and there's still so much room for improvement. I'm not joking when I say this, but I truly believe Squadbusters has the potential to become something really, really big. The fifth point is a bit outside the game itself, but it's just as important. The dev team genuinely listens to the community. I've already talked about this in previous videos, so I won't spend too much time on it, but there's no doubt they pay attention to player feedback. This is a huge deal, especially when you compare it to other games where developers don't always engage as much. Having a team that truly cares about its players is a big advantage, and it's something we shouldn't take for granted. A super positive bonus point. After entering my creator code Vadowki in the shop, thank you for that, by the way. It disappears after 7 days. But here's the cool part. Squadbusters is the only Supercell game where you just have to click on it to make it reappear. No need to type it all over again. Pretty awesome, right? Okay, we've covered the best points of Squadbusters. Now it's time to talk about the worst things. And we start with the style tickets. They're useful for what they're meant for, but at the same time, they feel useless because there just aren't enough things to buy with them. Squad gives out so many tickets through the pass, events, calendars, and more, but since most new skins come from events and rarely from the shop, the tickets just pile up with nothing to spend them on. For me, this is one of the worst things in Squadbusters because it's super frustrating to have a currency that you can't really use. It reminds me of star points from Clash Royale, but that's another story. I really hope we'll get more cosmetics to spend our tickets on in the future. Of course, the lack of social features is our second major issue with the game. We already know the developers are aware of this since they mentioned clans in the last Squad updates, but I can't make this video without bringing it up. Hopefully this will be addressed soon, and when we look back at this video, it'll just be a distant memory. Another annoying issue is the Squad League. What's the point of grinding it if there's no rank displayed on our profile and the best rewards are just 300 style tickets? We need a more competitive and rewarding system than what we currently have. It's not the biggest priority right now, but it's definitely a weak point. I believe it will become much more important, especially if the April update succeeds in bringing back players to the game. How can we talk about the negative points of Squadbusters without mentioning the Plaza? It could be actually so good. Imagine being able to build useful buildings, visit other players' plazas, or have different plaza sceneries. Similar to Clash of Clans. There's so much potential here. I truly believe that a well-developed and useful plaza could be a game changer, giving players something to do outside of battles. It would add depth to the game, and I think it's really important. But for now, unfortunately, the plaza just isn't that interesting. Now the gameplay. I won't go into too much detail since I believe Squad already hinted some changes in their latest update video, but it's definitely an issue for many players. To be honest, I understand the complaints, but I also enjoy the current gameplay, so I'm a bit cautious about these so-called bolder changes. That said, I'm still super hyped and can't wait to learn more. Do you absolutely hate or love something about Squadbusters? Also, I'll be covering all the news this month, and I hope we'll get some crazy updates. Don't forget to subscribe and see you soon.